What's going on, you guys? Thank you for tuning in for this part 3 video of our SC430 rebuild. So for those of you who don't know or haven't seen the previous 2 videos, I got this SC430 from auction for $2,000. So it has a clean title, 130,000 miles. I had a little bit of damage in the front, but besides that, that's cosmetically. Mechanically, it does need a few things, so I've kind of gone over those things in the previous 2 videos, so if you haven't seen those, I will link those down below. Real quick, I just want to thank you all so much for all the support you've been showing me the past, 2-3 weeks. When I started making these videos, I had no clue that we'd already be at 300 subscribers. When I originally filmed this part 3 video, I had thanked you all for 150, and so, it's crazy. A few days later, I have to refilm this, since we're now almost at 300. So thank you all so much for that. Also, want to give a quick shout out to DeWitt George. Shout out to you, DeWitt George. I don't know what your first name is, sorry. Thank you for subscribing from that last video. So shout out George, go show him some love in the comments. But yeah, you guys are all great. You guys are all awesome. All right, well, enough talking. Enough of you guys see my face. Let's go ahead and get right into today's video. All right, so here it is. So obviously last videos, we've kind of cleaned up the inside. I changed out all the fluids, flushed the fluids, got the new battery, the new belt in. So what we've got going on over here, I still have a few parts I'm waiting on. That is a brand new fender we're gonna be replacing that with. So I am going to be attempting to repair these seats. Don't know if it'll work. You guys have probably seen how horrible those front 2 seats are. But we're gonna give it a shot. So I've got some final fix. This is just some stitching so I can kind of sew up some of those big tears. And then I've got a bunch of leather repair kit. But anyways, so we're doing that. And then these are the new pads and rotors that just came in. Still waiting on the wrap and a few other of those cosmetic things. But for the most part, I've got, the last stuff to get this all finalized. I'm gonna go ahead and start. All right, so here we have it. I got the headlights and the front bumper off already. I'm about to remove that fender. All right, and we just got this fender off. So here is what it looks like. I always hate removing these fenders. But now we can go ahead and throw the new one on. So here is the old one. And here is the new one. So we're obviously gonna have to sand this one down, prep it before the wrap. All right, so we got the new fender put on. I still have to do a little bit of adjusting to get those gaps right. The side over here looks pretty good. This is how it normally is. There's just a little trim piece that goes in there. So this must have been painted. So those lines look pretty good. I've got to close this up a little bit. This is a little bit big. It should look more like this. So almost there, a little bit of tweaking, but for the most part, looks so much better than that fender. All right, so now what I'm going to work on is taking off the rest of the stuff for the wrap. Do quick time lapses of me removing the rest of the stuff on the car. So let's go ahead and get to that. All right, you guys, so now we're all set with the rear bumper. Got the reverse lights removed, got the tail lights, the spoiler, all of the badges. I'm not gonna remove these side marker lights because I can just easily wrap around those. I don't feel like taking off that entire fender liner back there, so I'm just gonna leave those on. So we're all set with the rear bumper. Obviously, I just gotta get rid of all the adhesive on where the badges were, but. All right, so here's a look at the brakes. There's those coilovers on there. Let's go ahead and get these brakes changed. All right, so the thing I figured I would do is repaint those calipers. As you can see, they're chipping pretty bad. They don't look too good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these all repainted. So I'm gonna sand them down, prep them. All right, so here it is. We got the new rotors on the front, got the new pads in, and then I got those calipers repainted. Looks so much better than what it was before. So now that we got these front ones finished up, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on those rears. We'll take a look and see how bad those ones were. That before and after. All right, you guys, and here is a look at the rear rotors. So the rear, these are obviously way worse than those front ones were. Front ones weren't terrible. On the other side, this is even chipping in a few spots. So these rear rotors are definitely in way worse of shape. I'm going to take those pads out, see how bad those were, but looks like these rotors definitely needed some replacing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these changed. All right, so here is the after. I just got the pads and rotors changed and they looked terrible. Got the new rotors on and I repainted that caliper. Got the new pads in there. So as you can see, looks so much better than what it was before. And hopefully it actually works. So not only will it look better, but hopefully we will actually have brakes that work. So now that we've got the brakes all replaced, I'm gonna go ahead and just bleed them so that way we can get all new brake fluid. So let's go ahead and get that done, and then I'm gonna throw the wheels on. Then we should be all set. I'll go ahead and test them out. So we'll go on a quick drive.
I'd say it's moving down the road, so that's a victory.
Speedometer does not work. All right, you guys, so we're back, and essentially here is what's going on. So we tried bleeding these rear brakes, and we were getting no fluid coming out. So I followed all of the brake lines. There were no ruptures. They actually look pretty good. They're just a little bit dirty. So couldn't get those done. We threw the wheels back on real quick, took it out on a quick drive, and the speedometer does not work. So I'll show you a little clip from that. Speedometer doesn't work, has the ABS light on. There's a few other things. So what I'm thinking is that it is the skid control module. I know there's one up in this dash. I know that other people have had similar issues with it. So it should be, tucked back there. But I'm thinking that that skid control module is maybe what's locking up those rear brakes, making us not, able to flush them. It's also causing the problems with the speedometer not working, and that ABS light on, and the brake light. So the parking brake light, that's still on, that might be that. That's where we're at. So I just ordered a refurbished skid control module from eBay. So I'm waiting on that to come. It'll hopefully be here in the next few days. And hopefully, once I disconnect the negative, throw the new one in, it doesn't need any programming. And I'm hoping that that will fix all of the rest of our problems. So it'll fix the brakes, I'll fix the speedometer issues, the ABS light, maybe the brake light. Steering was also really stiff at slow speeds. So everything I've kind of read and heard about is pointing all of those problems to a bad skid control module. So once I get that fixed, I'll take the wheels back off, see if we can bleed the brake lines before we really get it out on the road. But for the time being, I'm just gonna, put the wheels back on. I'm going to, finish taking off the rest of the car, and we're gonna wrap it. So we'll wrap it, finish the exterior, and then by that time, that part will be here. I'll throw that in, and hopefully we're all good. So I knew that we'd probably run into it, an unforeseen hiccup. And I knew with the brake light on, the ABS, and having absolutely zero brakes when we first got it, there's going to be something going on with that. So hopefully it is just that module. But if you guys have any ideas as to, what else it may be, or if you don't think it's that, please let me know down below. If you've had similar issues, or if you know of anything else, I'm all ears. So any recommendations or feedback is greatly appreciated. So anyways, that's pretty much going to be it for the day. For this video, I'm going to go ahead and just throw those wheels back on, and then get to wrapping it. So stay tuned for that next video. Just do some cool time lapses, show you guys how to get this thing wrapped, and you'll see what it looks like. Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon.